I think what you kind of need into the Nico to really contest the lane. I think if you go melee support, you're just going to get bullied out completely. Also, the fact that you have like the shielding from the Orianna, there's been a lot. Oh, there is a Doran roam right now. He got early prio.
Isn't this legal? Lane. Like, are you allowed to do this? Okay, ShowMaker is just dead. He's so deep in this lane. And now he has to all in on a Faker. Takes a turret shot, and he got the kill! Oh, man!
That feels like...
but yeah, he could have also just potentially flashed him. He's like, what the hell is this?
I think maybe it was just in the mindset of like, if I can save my flash and kill him...
What did he mean by that? Is he just... Okay, he's okay. Oner is here, Lucid is... Oh! And now he's going to be forced to flash as Lucid extends that and makes him run. Q thing.
No, it's not magic missile, that's an orb.
No, I know, but...
Inner flame, it is inner flame.
Oh, it is inner flame. Nobody calls it that. Keria's so dead. And Oner, easy pickup for him. Just rooted into the flag and drag, and now Smash going to be forced to flash away. He might still die here, as tons of damage is coming out. The flash fourth shot gets the job done. And Keria lives, and so does Peyz. It's 2 kills for T1 in the bottom lane.
So nice.
I don't think that's the real name, but that's what everybody calls it.
Everyone calls it tether. I don't want to change that.
Like in
Focused resolve? No one's calling it that. Wait, hit.
Bruh. Okay, these Qs are not hitting, and now they're trying to bait them. It's a little bit obvious.
Actually, her upgraded Q is called Soul Flash, so...
Oh. The ability names change when you upgrade them.
It's getting too confusing, I give it.
She was actually in a bit of trouble here, although the equalizer does come down, and now Doran is burning, but he just gets autoed to the face, and the Hex Drinker, some serious value in that 1v1.
Yeah, the equalizer not getting any value because he doesn't have any cooldowns left, but this matchup's starting to get very scary for Shivu. I mean, Shivu was just so low. Everything connects, and the equalizer just gets very little value. The shield comes up. It was close, to be fair, but just well played there by Doran.
Yeah. Just understanding his kill range. So we do have Lucid pretty far ahead in farm, but Oner's being very active around the map, trying to find ganks and stuff. But the Void Grubs are going to go the way of Dplus KIA. It does look like this first Drake, though, should be traded, so T1 totally fine with this. Getting an early Infernal Drake. The Soul Flare comes over the wall.
Not enough to catch it. Oh, they're throwing everything.
And Oner didn't have Smite, so he actually just waited.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Matchup. So I'm worried for Shivu. Also, when he hits level 11 and gets the upgraded...
We got the root coming down, and now Keria's in a lot of trouble. He's just eating shots to the face, has to flash away. And it is all blocks there. As Keria was trying to make things interesting with Smash in the front line.
Yeah, Smash getting some good damage back and also blocking all the shots. Doing some more here.
Smash is just so good at Ezreal.
Yeah.
It is one of the champions that he first made his name on.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, saving grace, I feel like, for Dplus right now is that they have Smash on Ezreal. Doran has just hit level 11, though.
ShowMaker doesn't have Flash still, so I think he just dies unless Lucid can somehow save him as Faker holds the Emperor's Divide for the Xin Zhao. Very intelligent there, as he's able to keep Lucid out of the play.
Honestly, the angle was great because he pushed Lucid away, but didn't clip ShowMaker and knock him out of the Cataclysm. That is the matchup now, so...
I think he can kill him under turret as well. And
I think he thinks that too.
There it is. He's still going to go for the trade. I mean, might as well. And I say trade, but he's looking for the kill as the Harpoon does get Doran. And the Equalizer comes down. He's out of cooldowns, and the Equalizer does get him at the end of the day. And Doran oversteps. He was very strong. You see now that Faker is just able to lane against Shivu as well. And
there's no lane he's having fun in.
Good, yeah. Faker still has that cloth armor, by the way. I do wonder if he eventually just makes that Zhonya's, as Lucid is going to force a flash out of Oner, out of his own Cataclysm. Is Oner perhaps overstepping here, and not perhaps anymore. Down he goes. That's the shutdown given over to Shivu, who did TP into the fight.
Yeah, and Faker opting to stay towards the boss side of the map, pick up this tower.
And that's a pause.
Pause ends up coming in. Not still worked out fine. Not too much of an issue.
Are we? Yes. Yes, we are back in the action.
Faker's just farming bot lane, picks up the tower in return. An aggressive play by T1 on the top side. If you're not going to commit the members, is just gonna backfire now that Leandries has come in from Shivu and that level advantage.
Well, Doran ganked for Faker, so now Faker has to gank for Doran. That's just the way it works. And by gank, they're just going to dive the turret as Shivu is just going to be CC'd 100-0. Down he goes. Doran is going to take a bit of damage, but a very nice setup there from Faker and Doran.
Yeah, ult connects that time. Shivu, no flash to escape. And now Faker picking up another turret on the top side. So T1 just getting gold across the map. They didn't get that Herald, but you know, what do you use the Herald for? Taking towers. So if you're just going to take the towers anyway, I think you're pretty happy. Dragon going to be seemingly taken here.
Yeah, no, Emperor's Divine. ShowMaker not in a good spot here against Doran. Is just running him down. The Orianna's like, oh god, get me out of here. Yeah, and with no ShowMaker, that's a Dragon over to T1. And it's Pentakills.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
Okay. Faker does not have his Emperor's Divide, but he's taking a very aggressive trade. The team is following up, but you can see that Zhonya's coming in here. Pretty early bot with that early cloth armor that Faker did pick up as Oner going in, gets the kill, and Smash has to flash forward just to pick up the one in the trade. A very aggressive play from Faker in T1.
Crazy that Faker ends up living there, getting a lot of values out of the Seeker's Arm Guard in that passage of play.
Here at the LCK, don't take crazy aggressive trades because sometimes they can be risky, as trying to get the knockup while also avoiding the root kind of just gets Keria killed there. Lucid, nice to punish that one.
Heal you, Defiance.
It's okay. Nobody's gonna have any idea what we're talking about if we do use those names, but maybe we will anyway.
Yeah. Do you know what the passive's called?
No.
Gathering Fire.
Oh, that's cool.
That sounds like when you have a Infernal Soul Rift.
Yeah. Oh, okay, we have a bunch of ults being thrown out here. By a bunch, I mean Peyz's. And Keria does have to flash it. So still very good value. Nice dodge there on the root. Oner can just get away, although Lucid will follow. Feeling very strong on the Xin Zhao. He is quite farmed up. And nearly just takes on Oner. There it is. Smash gonna finish off the kill with one auto right after Oner flashes.
Smash is on a big power spike right now with that Triforce, with that Mermana, and he is really putting the hurt down whenever he's given a chance to. Lucid as well. For now, it's T1 with more control in the area.
Yeah, T1 last time around, they were able to get the Cloud Drake because ShowMaker just got pushed out of the bottom lane so early. This time around, he's able to exit the lane. They're trying to go in on the Xin Zhao, who just says, okay, you want to party, let's go. Goes in as a big trade. Both the junglers getting pretty low.
Yeah, but it's Oner using Cataclysm just on the Xin Zhao, and Lucid held his ult there. Could have burnt it, right, to mitigate a lot of that damage. Said, no, I want it for the fight. I'll hold on to it. And Oner will heal up off the Gromp, but I think lacking that cooldown, you feel a lot better. That being said, Doran just hit level 16. This Ambessa is a raid boss right now.
She's at least doing a good job of keeping him at bay. But if somebody gets rooted up and Doran gets access to a backline or really anyone, he is going to tear them apart. So
yeah, the amount of just stats you get on that level 16 ultimate is so absurd. TP coming in from Doran.
Look at Keria's angle.
He wants the shield, and Keria's coming on the flank as well.
Oh, he's just going to do it by himself. ShowMaker in a lot of trouble, and now Keria here on the flank. Lucid by himself on the Drake, and the flash comes through. They're able to catch Siwoo as well, as he does drop the equalizer, and now Keria helping him out as well as Smash over the wall. But it's still double kill going the way of Peyz, and the Drake going the way of T1.
She was getting a ton of value to turn that one around, but it's still T1 with the Dragon. They get the reward they want, and it's
just him. So
still T1 with the map control off the area.
And you can see they're not really rushing anything.
I have Seeker's Arm Guard picked up for Shivu now, which is a big item completion.
All right, just going to ult on into Siwoo, who does take an immense amount of damage. And guess who's here as well? It's Peyz. Siwoo, I think, just dies. He does use that arm guard, and not entirely sure why, to be honest. And they're going to give that kill over to Peyz. Just trying to buy time, maybe, but the team was not in position to do Baron.
Yeah, I think he's about to come up. And Smash is bot.
Well, they don't have Smash. It is going to take a little while to take this Baron down, and that's really the hope here, as Lucid is the target. They're just going to turn onto him. And we'll see if they have enough damage within that, as Peyz holding on to his shots for quite a while. And this type of Baron does do quite a lot of damage, as in goes Faker, trying to trade on the career, gets Lucid, and immediately goes golden. And Lucid eventually will go down. ShowMaker desperately trying to do something, but is incredibly low, and that's just going to leave Smash out to dry as he gets shot down by the Jhin. ShowMaker also gets baited into it. Siwoo respawns, TPs, and it's already over. Although, I say that. Doran backing on a ward, equalizer's down, but I mean, keeping them low, but that's about it.
Yeah, we have Soul in 15, and the respawn timers are a lot better for Dplus, so it means he's so low on HP that he'll eventually go down too. It's a very scrappy fight, but now back on the map, we have Dplus approaching slowly.
Yeah.
Faker has a crazy angle again.
Career, where'd he go? He's dead. Faker just stabbed him a couple of times. Some soldiers, and that's going to be the end of that. Although Doran does go in, and essentially a zoning ultimate just to push them off of this Drake. This will be Chemtech Soul over to T1 as they continue to dominate this game more.
It feels like Faker is just specifically targeting Keria in these last two passages of play. He just is like, I can just bully this guy out. He's so squishy. I can pick him apart. He sees the opportunity. The least experienced player on the other team, and he's just taking him off the rift every time. We see now T1 starting up the Baron. Dplus trying to approach.
All right, they use that combo, but Keria's got this angle on the right side, and that's going to be the end of ShowMaker. Lucid not long for the world either, as the one-man Emperor's Divide does catch Shivu. And yeah, T1, they bait them into yet another fight here. Career respawns and doesn't hit a match or Q. And it's feeling pretty doomed for DK in this one. And maybe now they can take the Baron.
Yeah, T1 with so much setup, so many tools to get the fight going.
Oh, Career.
Oh, not again.
I think he's no, he's not okay.
He is paper.
He's very not okay.
He is paper. He just gets decimated. Anyone looks at him, he just dies, if we're being honest. Not having a fun time in this game, I think is one way to describe it. And I think another person who's not having a fun time is ShowMaker right now on this Orianna. It feels like Smash is the only person who's kind of thriving in these fights. He's not able to do enough, right? Because everyone's dying around him. Yeah. So, you know, the GA on the Jarvan, even though Doran doesn't have that much armor in his build, just the base armor from being level 19, nearly level 20, and the plated steel caps is going to make him pretty tanky. Level 20, yeah. It's a
level 17 of Shivu. This game has very much gotten out of control, and Doran this time says the dive will work. Although, it doesn't look like it's working. He does push Shivu off of the play, who still has his equalizer, but...
The problem is the whole team moves up to help, which you can understand that natural reaction, but it means that bot ends up getting clapped on. Now they're going for a TP flank.
Yeah, they got to do something here. They're going to go aggressive onto the Nico clone. That equalizer pretty good, though. The zoning Pop Blossom going to help out quite a bit, although Keria eventually does go down. And Oner, it just feels almost unkillable. He's going to stick in there for quite a while. He's still alive. He's still going. This guy is really actually unkillable. And now Faker going to force the flash out of ShowMaker. And I think it's only a matter of time before we get a 1-0 scoreline for T1.
Yeah, I think that is it. They try to go for the TP flank, and honestly, Doran TP top at the same time. So T1 win expecting it, but it just didn't matter. There's too much gold, too many... Oh, end the game, end the game! Okay, this is going to be an Alistair coming in, which I think is fine, into the Nautilus, but also does make things even more difficult for this front line of T1. Yeah, early Ocean, nice for laning, to be fair. And it doesn't mean it's not an Ocean Soul.
And Shivu's not very much enjoying himself, but I don't think there's too much kill pressure, as he's going to be the one actually going in. And now Doran maybe overstepping here, a bit out of mana as well. And just trying to walk this one off, saying you don't quite have the damage. And he even gets the plant, which it's kind of rare that that plant denies action, but I digress. As Faker's just dead. First blood goes over to Lucid, and they punish Faker for not having...
Decent trade back there from the Dplus bot lane. Do have Faker coming down, though.
Yeah, Realm Morph coming in. They do have Flash this time, though, but Career, I don't think he's going to even bother to use it, although he does get the headbutt down. He's still not going to end up using it, as they give the kill over to Peyz, trying to, I guess, punish ShowMaker, but
hard
pretty difficult to do so.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to have a Nautilus lead the charge against an Onivia.
Yeah. Well, eventually, the wall will not be long enough as they do go in. This should be Onivia, as there it is, and ShowMaker is totally fine. Oner, on the other hand, uses his flash and also dies. We're trying to Realm Warp out of the top lane, or, yeah, just walk up there, I suppose, with a engage cone. Wow. Grim Deliverance coming on in, and Shivu is just tanky enough. Faker not really able to do enough damage.
That did a pretty great job of clearing the wave, I'll be honest. So Shivu using the ability well to mitigate the dive. Big investment from Faker in terms of time there, but now he's staying around.
Round 2. That's going to be the flash out of Shivu. But we still have Realm Warp because he didn't use it the last time around. But Shivu pretty mobile, able to get into the wave as now we're looking at the bottom lane at 3v3. Faker does get the kill in the top lane. Oner going very deep to try to take out Smash, who has barrier, and just shakes it off. Lucid there on time once again. Yeah,
good kind of play from Dplus on the bot side. I do think Shivu horrendously over.
And they have a Vi in a good position with Flash, and they have Kaisa who can ult over the top, sure. But they're not in that position, as this is one way as well to just hide on bush and get ShowMaker down. Onivia is back. But Peyz is making his way up here. As Lucid's going to get there first, the exhaust is going to help out, and the Nautilus ult keeps all three of them around. And Peyz flies in just to help out in the trade. And that's going to be 2 kills going the way of T1. Excellently played.
Yeah, good capitalization. Finding ShowMaker isolated.
Should be prioritizing. Speaking of which, DK trying to get on top of the first one, but they end up rotating towards mid with the Rift Herald coming down. Keria is just going to go in the Rift Herald over the wall. So that's some nice tech he got there. The flash over the Onivia wall from Oner to get on top of ShowMaker. Maybe a little bit too aggressive, but now Doran is here, and Peyz flies into the backline. Lucid is just down as Doran gets in there with his ult and stuns the 2 of them up. And T1, they force the fight, and it works excellently for them. Smash has to flash away, but he can't get away from this rise as it's a full ace. It's a 5-for-0 ace for T1, 17 minutes in.
Just beautiful execution from T1, doing everything they need to make this fight work. And Dplus are just left floundering when it comes to the 5v5. To get a clean ace
in this position, because by the time the next fight comes out, you know, we're going to have Flash with a Vi back. I say that, DK are trying to force another fight here as the wall comes down to lock them in, but T1 are okay with that. As Peyz is here as well. Could try to force it. There's the hook on the decoy.
You can see how defensive Dplus are playing now. Really know that they're on the back foot and just trying to disengage from every situation. And they have to. What's really uncomfortable as well is Smash is...
Yeah, we've seen so many teams in the mid-game just kind of flounder and do nothing. T1 is not going to be that team. We know about the T1 Barons. They're going to go for it. Doran is trying to get on top of Lucid, who does actually get in the pit just to not get the smite and just die. As now we get the Realm Warp on in. Faker is frontlining. And ShowMaker, again, you know, he puts the wall down, gets flashed over. There's no setup here for DK, and they're just being run around the rift as this should be Smash going down on top of it all. Faker picks up another one. And she was just over here in mid lane trying to run away. And eventually he's going to be going down. It's just kind of a disaster of a game at this point, as T1 has run away with this one in a big way after that last team fight, and they followed up with yet another one.
The level of coordination T1
and, you know, we did see Nongshim come out really strong, but I think this is a different feel today. As Keria is going to go in, we got the teleport coming in. T1 is up 8,000 gold, and they're going to pull the trigger here with the Baron as everybody is just being rolled over. She was like, please, I want to do something in this backline, but his whole team is dead. And that's going to be the end of that. The Grim Deliverance comes in. It's only 23.5 minutes, and the game is over.
Just decimation, absolute decimation. This game is so one-sided, you know, and I don't disagree with what I said. I felt like Dplus had a great draft, but the execution...
We got to see the play first. We got to see the play.
Yeah, they found the weakness and they just crucified Dplus for it. Found every angle comes in, Oner diving in, causing all this disruption.
Well, Faker might die here. We do have Doran, though, coming over, and actually, I guess maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, actualized as well, boosting the Seraph shot.
Oh, God, wait. It's, now it's becoming like a 2v5, although they killed 2 of them. And Doran is like, well, I'm just going to go in because I might as well. The rest of T1 is coming over. They're like, okay, if you want to end the game now, we can. If you want to fight now, sure. we were going to back off and, you know, farm up a little bit, get the Drakes and stuff. But nah, we'll just come back in and end it now for you guys.
And this game has to feel demoralizing. It's a rough loss at this point. Game 1, you know, was T1 winning, but there was some fight. This one has just been an absolute crushing. And from Dplus's perspective, a complete mental reset going to be needed going into Game 3. Still looking for an angle here, but yeah, I don't see it.
Oner, as the headbutt was coming in, he lands his Q and just turns it around on the career. And they're really just styling on them now as another hook is going to come in. Lucid, no W available rather, as we do have the ult coming in from Peyz. He is going to put an end to things, or try to, as they're under the turrets. They're certainly having their fun, but I think at this point they can kind of do whatever they want. We do have the TP coming in. This is from the Zahan, and you know, maybe some shutdowns being given over. This one is given over to Smash.
Yeah, I think
all three inhibitors are.
This was a situation where T1 definitely should have backed up. Reset.
Damage if he keeps just eating ult damage. But for T1, they don't have to overstep. They're going to play it slowly from here. I say that, they immediately just dive the turret, might as well. They get into that backline onto ShowMaker, who is not having a very fun time, as he finally does go down, but so will Peyz. But nobody has a number on Faker here. Siwoo trying desperately, and so does Smash, but just runs straight into the rest of T1, and eventually just dies. As Faker also will. And Siwoo getting low as well, but not dying. Finally does go down. Oner takes him out. And Oner going to be using some of that gold. We did see one Nexus turret respawn.
Yeah, Lucid's alive, but
yeah.
There's so many super minions.
He doesn't deal
Wait, he's gonna get Keria. He got him.
Oh, he did. Okay. Well, the Nexus is down, and finally, the very fun ending of that game. The last 5.
And I mean, yes, you have the Yorick, who's a lot of presence in the side lane, but you know, I feel like the Ahri Lucian, these champions went behind, really going to struggle to make an impact. So Dplus have enabled themselves to be able to have a good time here. Now Lucid is looking for a potential dive.
I mean, Oner is down here, so got to be very careful. You got to make this happen quickly. But Keria gets tower aggro and nearly dies. The Q comes through. It's first blood for the Varus, and they do get Keria. But we are going to see, yeah, Oner just force them back. And meanwhile, up in the top side, looks like Doran's in a bit of trouble here, trying to just dash away and flash as well. So he gets away with his life, but not looking good up there.
Yeah, he gets locked in the cage.
Down. Meanwhile, they're going aggressive on a Smash, who's getting quite low, but maybe it was a bait all along. Keria's down, the bubble hits Peyz, and he has to bubble himself.
The spear.
Oh, there it is, Lucid says, I'm here to play now.
Snipes him with it. And you know, I had a lot of praise before for Keria for finding the angle under the tower, for punishing the dive. This was just him going aggressive.
So
Bot's probably the best.
Yeah. I mean, they should know he's down here. Instead, they're just going to try to clear a ward in the river and pay for it. I really don't know why they did that. Doran now doesn't have his flash, but just gets aggroed.
That's called a matter of having good flash timings. You know, we were talking about how Keria was about to have his flash back. They knew that. They were aware.
Well, now we've got Lucid. He is quite fed. ShowMaker's coming over here, but Faker is TPing in. And first roam from the bottom lane comes from the team who has 2 bottom laners. So they are going to win this trade. Not very surprising. I just feel like DK opting for a couple of plays that they were never going to win. This one they kind of got caught in the river. As now Smash says, I can... Outside of the Mark Treads, which there's no EP boots, but... Yeah, he's definitely one of the more aggressive ones. As now Keria looking to turn around this play as the chains do come down, and guess who's back? Back again, it's Oner in the bottom lane, flashes the bubble, takes down Smash. They get the flash out of Keria as well as the heal, and another stack for Oner.
Yep, so easy to do, and this is how you should be playing. You have Nocturne, the bot lane's easy to set up.
I think he's okay. Actually, he might even kill it. Yeah, he's just going to kill Keria. Baited, I suppose.
Yep.
We'll give it to him, you know.
Has the barrier in the bag, turns around, finds the Nami as well, and now you have a 4-1 Varus. I want to remind you, they were winning bot lane. Dplus.
They were crushing.
Dplus were winning bot lane. How quickly that has turned around.
Uh-oh. Well, Lucid does have his flash. He might have to use it here. As the flash comes in for Faker first. as he does put up the shield, gets feared, and now is going to flash over the wall. As ShowMaker does come over to try to help out. The charm does hit onto Keria. There's a very nice bubble going to catch too. ShowMaker trying to keep them around, but he doesn't have his charm. As now Pantheon's joining out, and they immediately turned on him. And Faker says, I will take that 1-for-1 every day of the week.
Oh man, the ult from Lucid just didn't even trade. It looks like T1 finally. They overstep. This is a chance for Dplus to punish. And you're like, hey, Dplus gonna get some momentum back in the game. And then Lucid flies in and it's a 1-for-1. It's like, well...
Gunblade finish. Doran wants the aggressive trade. Even with the maiden up here, the cage is there, but the shovel gonna help out. Flashes for both. As Doran, couple... She was healing quite a lot, but now he's kind of on the opposite side. The Q does miss. The Shuriken is not there. Now Doran is taking way too much damage. And Siwoo just survives through it all and takes the kill.
Yeah, just a step too far. You know, the healing that was coming in from Shivu, the constant damage that was coming through from various sources, trickling Doran down, and I think it was one of those plays where it's like, you've already gone a step too far, you're a bit too deep, no way getting disrupting quite well, knocking the piercing arrow, disrupting it from Peyz, then this just baited by the barrier. Yeah.
Peyz
on an assassin, like, yeah. Sundered Sky, that's a good looking item. Scout Slingshot, whenever I see that item, I'm like, oh, wow. It just
What does that even do? Okay, this time the Gunblade and no cage, so maybe Siwoo, yeah, he's gonna get stunned up, and I think he's got it here. Nope, one more auto, and there it is. Doran
Redemption
extends it and picks up the kill.
Not Redemption the item, but like Redemption from his previous attempt, yeah. He had Gunblade, not Redemption. That was, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah, Scout Slingshot just looks so
useless.
Unintimidating.
I mean, it doesn't feel like it does a whole lot anyway, as Career's just dead. Trying to trade here once again, getting baited into it. You know, they have Lucid, and they say, maybe we can take this. Well, your Nami's not going to survive. And that's the issue.
There was a Nami in that? I didn't...
Well, that's
a lot of damage available. We'll see the replay. So, dodges the glob of mist, and then actually uses the speed to get past the cage. So much damage done. And the extra AD from the Gunblade also helping here to get those last autos.
Looks like they want to go for a turn as Chains into Nocturne Ultimate into Dead.
Speaking of exploding people.
Where have we seen this before?
Yeah.
I swear I know that play from somewhere. As now, once again, two top laners going at it. This time Doran going to take a little bit more passively.
Yeah, kind of a more defensive ult there, so forces Shivu away, but not really able to chase for the kill with the Maiden right on top of him. But they are really just trying to ruin the KDA of Dplus' support in this situation, and doing a good job of it so far.
Lucid's trying his best. You know, he was the very fed one, but there's only so much he can do. And, you know, part of the reason why T1 came back is also based off of his play in the bottom river from earlier. So I'm sure he wants to get redemption for himself as well. Not the item.
Not the item.
Yeah. Culling is going to come down, and this time Lucid looking for that kill on a Peyz who is sprinting away.
Just keep running.
Oh, flash over the wall, disengage. Cone gets him away.
Wait, did he get the auto off before? There's no way. I just automatically defaulted to like, there's no way that actually happened. There's no way that actually happened.
It did. It did.
I tilted.
Will Career learn this time? Nope. no, he won't. You know, I thought sixth time was the charm.
You know what you said? Will he live? What is there to learn from this?
Don't clear the ward.
What do you mean?
Die.
Don't clear. Stand in the fountain?
Yes. No, just let someone else do it. Okay, this time they're going in on a Peyz, and that should be enough, but he's getting so much damage, and he's even living!
He's alive!
Okay, well, he's dead, but Lucid will go down eventually as well, but I mean, at least they get the kill, but man,
honestly,
how tilting can this get?
At least they got him. At least, you know, if the goal was to kill Peyz and nothing else, just purely to kill Peyz, they were successful. Get Dragon? No. Win the fight? No. Win the game? No. Protect mid tower? No. None of these things, just purely to kill Peyz, they were successful. If that's what we're measuring, then they achieved their goal.
Not again. Peyz, he's okay. But he does have the tidal wave.
But unfortunately, Lane Enchanter.
Best of sevens. Best of 7 win. Given opportunity to career. Oner is kind of going 1v4. Thought that Keria would be following up. I think he got bubbled. So Keria wasn't quite there for the play.
Keria he's breathing a sigh of relief. His heart is beating at like 200 BPM. He's like, oh my god, it wasn't me. It wasn't me for once.
Yeah.
And look how quickly the ults are ticking back, right? He doesn't have much time.
Oh, trying to trap Doran in here as it is Lucid nearby. But, yeah, I mean, he gets into the turret pretty quickly.
Not TPing.
Yeah.
They're like, we need to push the pace of the game. We want Soul, even if it's not the best.
Yeah, I think T1 will be happy that DK tried to go for the Dragon. Although at this point, you did TP and DK all got away. By the way, the Maiden just went down, so there is that. So now we got a fight coming in here. Oner is just going to go in on the career. I don't know if that was the best idea this time around, but it's okay. He gets low. The chains go down on the Lucid. ShowMaker nearly dies to Doran, but he does get away. And now Faker trying to join on in. Lucid's still alive. And kind of a concave here for the side of Dplus KIA. Faker getting kited down.
Oh, the arrow!
The arrow gonna just go through the Galio, kind of hidden there. As he runs in a straight line, the bubble gonna catch Keria. Maybe the spear gets him. As Lucid is on the right side, and they're nearly able to take out a couple of those guys there on the side of DK. And really, it's just Peyz.
Oh no, the Nami!
He's just walking forward, and nobody can deal with this guy. Oh no! Run! Nah, he's dead. Accepted his fate. And that's the end of career once again. What you're going for.
Yeah.
And
just.
Yeah.
You look at it that way, it's not so bad.
Not the biggest steal in the world. As, yeah, the exhaust is going to come down. ShowMaker does go in. They're looking for the turn this time around. But again, Oner kind of alone has Faker at least to follow up. But they're all super low on health. And it's really just Peyz as Lucid takes an immense amount of damage, but it doesn't matter. As the rest of DK very healthy here, looking for that kill on a Peyz. He flashes the charm as Keria goes down. And the damage is just too immense. As Doran looking for the trade here on the Smash, who says, I'll just take the disengage cone. Keria trying to tank the turret for him. And Smash takes the turret shot anyway. Maybe with Doran coming over, yes, he will be saved.
Honestly, slick getaway thanks to Keria tanking the tower there, but Peyz just on fire in these fights. Messy, I think, still the engage from T1. Coordination not quite there, but the Varus doing so much work.
He's just going in. Peyz is still here. I think Siwoo thought he backed, but he was backing under the turret. Stops the back.
As I'm saying this, I'm aware it's a risky play.
Yeah. Well,
he can ult in if he really wants to get in there.
I think eventually he will, although he's going to trade on the Doran first, maybe try to spark a turn, but the turn is not coming in, and that Baron's getting pretty low. As now the Paranoia comes down, and Lucid never pulls the trigger, as now they are going to go in, but this time Oner shows some more restraint. Charm is down. Spirit Rush also is down. Keria looking at the front line. They're going to take it slow this time, and I think that's for the best. As eventually Lucid should go down. Not quite, though. Does walk it off. Has GA as well.
Yeah. Not actually so risky if you don't get contested on the Baron.
Has been. We still have to get through this Rebel Baron power play on the side of T1, though. And they're taking plates on the inner turret. Peyz, ooh, the max range, and that's going to be a lot of follow-up damage. As now, we do have the Pantheon coming in, trying to peel for him, and trying to get the angle there with ShowMaker, but he doesn't quite have the charm, and Lucid, I think, will eventually have to pay the price with his GA. We do have Shivu on the flank coming in, but Faker also there, trying to peel. Doran now just going to flash on everyone. Oh, the damage! Smash! Insane amounts of damage from this cannon. He's going to have to pay for it with his life, you would imagine. As there it is. ShowMaker takes him down, but yeah, Faker and the rest of T1 just peeled off and kind of left Doran on purpose because they wanted to deal with Siwoo, who does flash. And they do have the follow-up as now Lucid comes in, picks up 1,100 gold. And looking for a bit more here. Keria, though, going to get out of the cage, and they still have Oner, they still have Faker. And it doesn't look like ShowMaker alone is enough damage to deal with this front line and the tankiness of T1 from ahead. Triple kill for Faker. And Keria, they're looking to bully him further. It's not going to happen, though.
Messy fight, but Doran comes in, blows up the enemy AD carry. It's Dplus, they're trying to respond in kind, but they just don't have gas in the tank to continue.
They do that anyway.
Yeah, exactly, but they can get more gold XP for it. And you know what? They would still complain about that roll being weak.
Oh, Peyz. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's taking a huge amount of damage from Smash, who is trying to change the tone of this game. Just cullings them down. You can see Peyz, he E'd backwards, so he was not ready for that.
Was not ready, and Keria has to pay for the sins of his AD carry. Smash doing a lot of damage, I think is what we're establishing here. He is also an AD carry.
He is. And now we got Peyz in a bit of trouble. He's going to have to use that barrier. We do have a defensive paranoia to come in. Faker just pushing top.
Yes.
Doesn't care about any of this noise.
He is just playing the macro game this series. Now has to find his way out of here.
He has heroic exit. Yes, I'm aware. Heroic entrance.
Yes, everyone understood the wordplay, but you have to explain it.
Well, eventually, okay, the flash charm comes in. He's going to go into his arm guard as well and just die.
Yeah, I mean, it's because he has the rod already, so he's going to be able to get the fulls on you, so yeah. So,
there it is.
Oh, this is a great angle for Doran.
Yeah,
low Lucid is already.
Flash.
Oh my lord.
I don't think Pantheon, I mean, he's got GA up, but this is about to get very interesting. They're going to try to kill him and burst down the Baron while he's dead. And there it is. Even the spike goes to 15. It doesn't matter. T1 playing with their food, and DK thought this was their opportunity to come back. But in fact, it was just T1's to close the game out.
Oh, he tries to flash away.
No.
Oh,
no. No career.
Oh, man.
Oh. Well.
Well, that was certainly not the play that Dplus hoped for. A good champion to have in that situation.
Yes.
This was a good play from Dplus. The culling doing a lot of damage. Lucian just able to absolutely shred there. Yeah, just turns. Yeah. They buffed this champion.
Yeah, they did. Heroic exit. This time it gets him out.
Oh, just, you know what that was? Chemtech's whole value.
Yeah.
Just survives.
Just for Faker. I like how they show it right there, like while below 50% health. Yes, that is the way it works. And now we got TP coming in from Faker. All of DK are alive. The bubble timing not on points. Can be a little bit confusing with the new TP as well. But either way, gonna take down the bottom inhibitor. And T1 just trying to end this one on good footing and not have any close calls with Smash again.
You know, I just want Keria to live. You know, I think he's died enough this game. I don't think the Nexus is long for the world with the current state of the game. But if Keria can just not die again, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I don't think T1 feel the same, though, is the thing. Rounding the bend here is Faker, and Doran is going to spread everybody out and go into his Zhonya's, force the GA to come out here. They do get the kill. Oner is pretty low, but eventually he goes to his own GA. And I think this is just the final death throw. No, Keria, please!
Dead again!
They didn't have to do that, but we do know that Faker will always do that.
Oh,
he takes him out for the 9th time in this game.
No, it's only 9, it's not 10. You can get double digits.
And that's the end. That's the end of the series. T1 just crushed them in 3.